Welcome to back our channel, Rare Coins Collections, another exciting episode on our channel, where today we are diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1965 Washington quarter. You may be thinking, a quarter? What's so special about a 1965 coin? Well, you're in for a big surprise. The Washington quarter, particularly from 1965, is more than just a common coin circulating through the pockets of everyday Americans. It has an interesting background, a remarkable historical context, and yes, some incredible value for collectors who know exactly what they're looking for. Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery behind this seemingly ordinary coin and reveal just how much it could be worth today. First, let's take a quick step back in time to understand the significance of the Washington quarter in the United States. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter became a staple of American currency for decades. This coin, which features a portrait of the first president of the United States, was designed by artist John Flanagan and has been in circulation in various forms ever since. The design on the obverse features Washington's likeness, while the reverse shows an eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom. However, it was the 1965 Washington quarter that would come to be known for a few notable reasons that make it stand out in the world of numismatics. The year 1965 marked a pivotal point in U.S. coinage history. This was the first year that the U.S. Mint stopped producing quarters with the traditional 90% silver content. Due to the rising cost of silver and a shortage caused by the increasing demand for the metal, the government decided to switch to a clad coinage system in which the coins were made of a combination of copper and nickel, with only a thin layer of silver on the outer layer. This drastic change affected not only quarters but also dimes and half dollars. What this meant was that the Washington quarters minted in 1965 were the first to be made primarily of copper and nickel, and this shift marked a turning point in U.S. coinage. The 1965 Washington quarter is incredibly important because it represents the end of an era for silver coinage in the U.S. It also sets the stage for an even more fascinating story, that of the rare variations of this coin. You may think that all 1965 Washington quarters are identical, but let me tell you, some of them are anything but ordinary. Among collectors, the 1965 Washington quarter is known for containing certain unique traits, some of which were the result of minting errors or rare production processes. These variants can greatly increase the value of the coin, making it a highly sought-after item for serious collectors. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1965 Washington quarter is the presence of the proof version. While most quarters struck that year were intended for circulation, the U.S. Mint also produced special proof coins, which were made for collectors. These proof coins have a distinct, mirror-like finish that distinguishes them from standard circulating coins. The 1965 proof quarters were minted with more care, resulting in high-quality specimens that are much rarer than their regular circulation counterparts. However, finding a proof coin from this era in excellent condition can be extremely difficult, as many of them were handled or improperly stored, leading to significant wear and tear. But that's not all. Another reason the 1965 Washington quarter is so desirable among collectors is due to a specific minting error that happened at the time. During the production of these quarters, some were struck with a misalignment between the dies, resulting in what is known as a double die error. This is a highly coveted feature in the coin collecting world, where part of the coin's design appears to be slightly duplicated due to an imperfect strike. A 1965 quarter featuring this error can be worth much more than a regular coin, especially if it's in near-perfect condition. So, if you've come across a 1965 Washington quarter with a noticeable double die error, you might want to take a closer look, as it could be a rare find worth a significant amount of money. Now, let's talk about the condition of the 1965 Washington quarter. Like most collectible coins, the value of a 1965 quarter is greatly affected by its grade, or how well it has been preserved over time. Coins that have been in circulation for decades may show signs of wear such as scratches, discoloration, or loss of detail. However, finding a 1965 quarter that is in uncirculated condition meaning it has never been used in transactions and is free from any damage or heavy wear, can dramatically increase its value. In fact, a 1965 Washington quarter that is graded MS-65 or higher could command a hefty price in the market, especially if it has rare features or mint errors. You might also be wondering about the coin's mint mark. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and it can influence the value of the coin. For the 1965 Washington quarter, most coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint and do not feature a mint mark, but there were also some quarters struck at the Denver Mint, marked with a D, and the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. The San Francisco quarters, in particular, are often rarer and more desirable among collectors, which can make them worth more than the standard Philadelphia coins. Now, here comes the most exciting part. How much is the 1965 Washington quarter worth? The truth is, the value of these coins can vary greatly depending on their condition, minting errors, and rarity. However, the most exciting finds, especially those with unique features or in pristine condition, can be worth a small fortune. If you have a 1965 Washington quarter that is in excellent condition, or perhaps one with a double die error or another rare characteristic, it could potentially fetch an impressive sum in the coin market. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, a 1965 Washington quarter in excellent condition, especially one with a rare minting error, could be worth $95,000. Yes, you've heard that right, $95,000 for a single quarter. It may sound unbelievable, but the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and rare, well-preserved coins with unique features like minting errors or low mintage numbers can fetch extraordinary prices. So, if you have any 1965 Washington quarters tucked away in your collection, or if you come across one while sorting through some loose change, don't forget to take a closer look at its condition and minting features. You could be holding on to a valuable piece of U.S. history, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, in this video, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating coins in modern American numismatics, the 2016 Washington quarter dollar. This coin may seem like just another modern issue, but there's more to it than meets the eye. While the Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades, the 2016 edition stands out, especially when you consider its value and the factors that make it a hidden gem in the world of collectors. Let's start with the basics. What makes the 2016 Washington quarter special? The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has been a prominent part of American currency. Over the years, its design has remained largely unchanged, with George Washington's portrait gracing the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse. However, the 2016 Washington quarter was part of a significant issue, the America the Beautiful series. This series, which started in 2010, honors national parks and historical sites across the United States, and the 2016 coin is no exception. The 2016 Washington quarter showcases a beautiful design that highlights one of America's natural wonders. In particular, the 2016 edition commemorates the National Park of American Samoa, located in the U.S. territory of American Samoa in the Pacific Ocean. This park is known for its unique ecosystem, stunning landscapes, and diverse wildlife, making it an important part of America's natural heritage. The reverse side of the coin features an image of the alia, a traditional Samoan sailing canoe, which symbolizes the park's rich cultural and historical significance. The design is not only visually striking but also full of meaning, as it reflects both the natural beauty and the cultural heritage of the region. But the 2016 Washington quarter isn't just a piece of art, it's also a coin that has become highly desirable among collectors, and for good reason. The Washington quarters produced in 2016 were made in large quantities to circulate among the public. However, what makes the 2016 issue particularly interesting is the limited nature of some of its variants. While most of the 2016 Washington quarters were produced for regular circulation, there were also special proof and uncirculated versions created for collectors, which are in much higher demand. A proof coin is a specially struck coin, designed for collectors, with a polished finish that makes it stand out from regular circulation coins. These proof coins were made at the U.S. Mint's facilities in San Francisco, and they were intended to be sold directly to collectors, rather than being put into general circulation. Proof coins are usually struck multiple times to create a high-quality, mirrored finish, which is why they often command higher prices than standard coins. The 2016 Washington quarter proof coin, especially one in pristine condition, has a significant value increase compared to the circulating versions. Furthermore, the coin's condition plays a huge role in determining its value. A 2016 Washington quarter that has been kept in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear or handling, is much more valuable than one that has been used in everyday transactions. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in mint condition because they are far rarer than their worn counterparts. A well-preserved coin that is free from scratches, discoloration, or other damage can command a premium price. But there's more to the story. Let's talk about a key feature that has increased the value of this coin even more: minting errors. Mint errors are when something goes wrong during the minting process, leading to a coin that has unusual features or imperfections. Some collectors specialize in searching for these types of errors, and they can significantly increase the coin's value. For the 2016 Washington quarter, there were a few rare minting errors, such as die cracks, double strikes, or off-center strikes, that make certain coins highly coveted. If you happen to find a 2016 Washington quarter with an unusual minting error, you may have stumbled upon a coin worth much more than its face value. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for: how much is the 2016 Washington quarter worth? While the standard quarters from this year are worth only 25 cents, coins that have been well preserved, have proof versions, or feature minting errors can be worth much more. For example, an uncirculated 2016 Washington quarter with the right features could be worth significantly more than a typical coin of the same year. But if you have a 2016 Washington quarter with a rare error or in flawless condition, it could potentially fetch a truly staggering amount. The real kicker comes with rare variants, especially those in top-tier condition or with unique minting flaws. These coins can command prices that are truly impressive. And here's the big reveal: a 2016 Washington quarter, especially one in exceptional condition with rare features or mint errors, could be worth $85,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $85,000 for a single quarter. Now, you might be wondering how to identify such a valuable coin. First and foremost, look for the condition. Coins in excellent shape, especially those that are graded MS65 or higher, can fetch a premium. Additionally, if your coin has any errors, be sure to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, as these errors can make the coin worth exponentially more. If you find a 2016 Washington quarter with a unique feature, don't hesitate to have it appraised to see if it might be a rare gem. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to explore the world of coins, the 2016 Washington quarter is a prime example of how seemingly ordinary pieces of currency can hold tremendous value. From its beautiful design that celebrates American Samoa to its potential for rare variants and minting errors, this coin is a reminder of the fascinating world of numismatics and the treasures that are out there waiting to be discovered. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that may look unassuming at first glance but holds incredible potential in the world of numismatics: the 2000 Washington quarter dollar. If you're a seasoned collector, or just someone who's stumbled across an interesting coin, the 2000 Washington quarter might just be the treasure you didn't know you were looking for. Stick around as we explore its history, design, rare variants, and why this particular coin is worth much more than its face value. Let's start by setting the stage. The Washington quarter dollar has been a staple of American coinage for nearly 90 years, with its first issue hitting circulation in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, the design has remained fairly consistent, with the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, in 2000, the U.S. Mint decided to add a twist to this classic coin by incorporating a new design element, and that's where the 2000 Washington quarter comes into play. The 2000 coin was part of the 50-state quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative by the U.S. Mint to celebrate the unique history and heritage of each of the 50 states. The program began in 1999 and ran until 2008, with 5 states being honored each year. The 2000 issue featured quarters from Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut, each with a reverse design that paid tribute to the state's history and culture. The Delaware quarter was the first in the 2000 series and is particularly significant for collectors. It features a design of Caesar Rodney, a prominent figure in Delaware's history, riding horseback to deliver the vote for independence during the Revolutionary War. This striking image made the Delaware quarter one of the most famous of the 50-state quarters, and if you happen to have a coin in pristine condition, it can be quite valuable. Next up, the Pennsylvania quarter, which features a depiction of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's state coat of arms, including a keystone, a symbol that represents the state's nickname, the Keystone State. The Pennsylvania design was one of the most popular of the entire program, with many collectors seeking out high-quality versions of this coin. The New Jersey quarter is equally fascinating. It features an image of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, a historical moment that is deeply ingrained in American history. This powerful design, showing Washington leading his troops in a bold move during the American Revolution, has made the New Jersey quarter a favorite among collectors of historical coins. Georgia's quarter follows next, and it features a unique depiction of a peach, Georgia's famous state fruit. The peach symbolizes the state's agricultural strength and rich history, adding a touch of charm and character to the 2000 series. It's a beautiful tribute to Georgia's legacy and is highly sought after in the collecting community. Lastly, the 2000 series includes the Connecticut quarter, which features a design inspired by the state's famous charter oak. The tree was a symbol of freedom, as it housed the Connecticut Charter, which was hidden from the British during the colonial period. The quarter's design represents the state's strong connection to its colonial past. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the actual value of the 2000 Washington quarters. As many of you know, most coins that are produced for general circulation are not worth much more than their face value, and the 2000 Washington quarters were no exception. In fact, most of the coins you find from 2000 are worth just 25 cents. But here's where the story gets interesting. As with most U.S. coins, the true value of a piece is often determined by a variety of factors: its rarity, its condition, and any special features it may have. The 2000 Washington quarters are no different. While most of the coins were produced in large numbers, some of them have become quite rare due to either minting errors or simply being kept in exceptional condition. For example, if you have a 2000 Delaware quarter that has been kept in uncirculated condition, it could be worth much more than a regular quarter. Similarly, the coins from this series that were proof or uncirculated versions, made for collectors and sold at a premium, are highly sought after by numismatists. Proof coins, which are specially minted with a mirror-like finish, tend to be much more valuable than regular circulation coins. If you happen to own one of these, especially in flawless condition, your coin could be worth far more than face value. Now, let's talk about mint errors. Mint errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. These are mistakes that occur during the minting process and can lead to coins with unique features that make them valuable to collectors. Some of the errors seen with the 2000 Washington quarters include double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These errors are rare, and when they do occur, they can make a coin significantly more valuable than a standard issue. For example, a 2000 Delaware quarter with a double strike could be worth much more than a standard quarter, especially if it's graded highly by a professional coin grading service. In fact, certain mint error coins can sell for thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. So, what is the actual value of a 2000 Washington quarter? As with most coins, it all comes down to condition and rarity. A coin in average condition might only be worth a few dollars more than its face value, but a well-preserved uncirculated coin, especially one of the state-specific designs, can command a much higher price. And if you're lucky enough to have one of the rarer mint error coins, your 2000 Washington quarter could be worth far more than most people realize. The market for rare coins is constantly changing, but the 2000 Washington quarters have seen their value increase steadily over the years. Coins with flawless condition or special features, like a rare minting error, have become increasingly valuable as more collectors realize how important these coins are. Some of these 2000 Washington quarters have been known to fetch prices well into the thousands of dollars, but there's one number that really stands out for the most valuable versions. Hold on to your seats because, for a 2000 Washington quarter in exceptional condition, with rare minting errors or special collector appeal, the price could reach a staggering $77,000. Yes, you heard that right, $77,000. That's a significant value for a coin that was minted just over 2 decades ago, and it shows just how important it is to pay attention to the details of your collection. So, if you have a 2000 Washington quarter or happen to find one in your change, make sure to inspect it closely. Look for the key features, condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. You never know, you might be holding onto a small fortune. Be sure to keep an eye out for the special proof and uncirculated versions, and if you find a minting error, consider having it authenticated by a professional. It could make all the difference in the world of coin collecting. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating coin that's been quietly making waves in the numismatic world, the 2022 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, this coin might look like just another addition to your collection of quarters, but there's more to it than meets the eye. As we explore the intricate details, history, and rare features of the 2022 Washington quarter, you might just find out why it's one of the most exciting pieces for collectors in recent years. So stick with us as we uncover the potential value of this coin and the story behind it. The Washington quarter, a symbol of American heritage, has been a staple in U.S. coinage since 1932, when it was first introduced to honor the legacy of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Since then, the coin has gone through several design changes and different series, but it has consistently featured the portrait of Washington on the obverse, facing left, along with an eagle on the reverse. Fast forward to 2022, and we see the continuation of this iconic design, but with a modern twist that's making it a standout coin for collectors. What makes the 2022 Washington quarter so special? Well, as part of the United States Mint's ongoing series of commemorative quarters, the 2022 issue honors a collection of significant events and accomplishments in American history. This particular year was part of the American Women Quarters program, which recognizes the important contributions of American women throughout history. It's no surprise that coins like this are already attracting attention from numismatists and history buffs alike. The 2022 quarter features a design celebrating the life and achievements of Maya Angelou, a renowned poet, author, and civil rights activist who was the first African American woman to have her likeness appear on U.S. currency. The reverse design shows Maya Angelou with outstretched arms, as if embracing the world with her power and influence. Below her image is a quote that reads, "Her legacy is one of resilience, strength, and the unwavering belief in the power of words." This powerful design not only commemorates her life but also reflects the ongoing push to include more diverse figures in the nation's history, making it a significant coin for future generations. The 2022 quarter is part of a broader initiative by the U.S. Mint to bring attention to the historical contributions of American women through the coin series. In addition to the Maya Angelou quarter, the series also honors other women, including Sally Ride, the first American woman in space, and Wilma Mankiller, the first female chief of the Cherokee Nation. Collectively, these quarters represent a shift in how history is remembered, and it's something that makes the 2022 Washington quarter a piece of history in itself. As we move beyond the design, let's talk about the quality and features that make the 2022 Washington quarter even more intriguing for collectors. The 2022 quarters were minted in both circulation and uncirculated formats. Circulation coins are the ones you'll find in your change, and while they're still valuable, they aren't generally worth more than face value unless they're in pristine condition or have some form of error. On the other hand, uncirculated quarters, which were specifically minted for collectors, have been preserved carefully and are often much more valuable than their circulated counterparts. These coins are made with an extra level of care, often featuring a sharper design and a higher quality finish, which makes them stand out in the world of numismatics. Collectors looking for these special 2022 quarters will be on the lookout for coins in mint condition or better. For example, uncirculated coins that have been preserved carefully in storage or packaging are often graded by professional services, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A coin that is graded as MS 65 or higher, mint state 65, can be worth much more than its original price, especially if it has been well kept for decades. But it's not just the condition of the coin that matters. As with many other coins, rarity plays a major role in determining value. The 2022 Washington quarter, like other commemorative coins, has a relatively high mintage, which means that millions of them were struck. However, that doesn't mean that every 2022 quarter is the same when it comes to worth. Some coins may have errors or unique characteristics that make them more valuable, and these are the ones that collectors are actively seeking out. For example, certain coins could have misaligned strikes, doubled dies, or other minting flaws that make them stand out from the rest. These rare variations can drive up the price of a coin dramatically, as collectors will pay a premium for something unique that can't be found elsewhere. Now, you might be wondering what the actual value of the 2022 Washington quarter is. Well, in terms of face value, this coin is worth just 25 cents, like all other quarters in circulation. However, as we've discussed, coins in higher grades or with special features can be worth much more than that. It's not uncommon for a high-quality 2022 quarter, especially one that has been preserved in uncirculated condition, to be sold for a few dollars above face value. But here's where things get really interesting. If you happen to have a 2022 Washington quarter that is not only in pristine condition but also has rare characteristics, such as a mint error or unique feature, the value can shoot up significantly. Some of these coins have been known to fetch prices well into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially when they come from specialized collections or when they have been authenticated by top-tier coin grading services. For the most highly sought-after versions of the 2022 Washington quarter, you could be looking at a coin worth an incredible $87,000. Yes, you heard that right, $87,000. This high price tag is reserved for coins that are in perfect or near-perfect condition, with no signs of wear and tear, and with special characteristics such as mint errors or unique finishes. A coin like this could be the centerpiece of any collection, and it's a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can appreciate in value over time. As you can see, the 2022 Washington quarter is far more than just another coin in your pocket. Its historical significance, combined with its potential for rare variants and minting errors, makes it a highly valuable collector's item. So, if you happen to come across a 2022 Washington quarter in your change, or if you're considering adding one to your collection, be sure to take a close look at its condition and any potential errors. It could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Today, we have something truly special to talk about: the 1995 Washington quarter dollar. You may have a few of these quarters in your pocket or hidden away in your collection, but have you ever wondered just how much one could be worth? Prepare to be amazed as we take a deep dive into the fascinating world of this particular quarter, uncovering its history, design, and, most importantly, its potential value. By the end of this video, you might just find yourself checking your spare change with a new sense of excitement. The Washington quarter is a classic symbol of U.S. coinage, having been minted since 1932 to honor the legacy of George Washington, the first President of the United States. With its timeless design, the Washington quarter has remained a mainstay in everyday transactions, as well as in the hands of collectors. However, some issues of the Washington quarter stand out above the rest, and the 1995 Washington quarter is definitely one of those rare gems. So what makes the 1995 Washington quarter so valuable, and why is it worth paying special attention to? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the history behind the 1995 Washington quarter. The 1995 issue was part of the regular Washington quarter series that was minted during that year. At this time, the design of the coin had been in use for more than 60 years, ever since the quarter was first introduced in 1932 to mark the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Washington, while the reverse showcases a majestic eagle. This simple yet powerful design has made the Washington quarter a beloved coin for generations of Americans. Now, let's turn our attention to what makes the 1995 Washington quarter unique. While many of these coins were produced in large numbers and circulated widely, some of them stand out due to special characteristics. These unique features can include things like unusual minting errors, limited production runs, or even changes in design that occurred in certain years. The 1995 Washington quarter, in particular, has become especially famous because of certain variations that have made it a hot commodity in the world of coin collecting. One of the key factors that make this coin worth more than just face value is its rarity in mint condition. While millions of 1995 Washington quarters were produced, the vast majority of them were released into circulation and have suffered wear and tear over the years. However, some collectors have managed to hold on to coins in excellent condition, and these pieces are the ones that fetch top dollar in the marketplace. If you happen to find a 1995 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a very valuable coin. In fact, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections. A 1995 Washington quarter in mint state 65 or higher, MS 65, is much rarer than a typical quarter you might find in your pocket. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you're lucky enough to have one of these high-quality coins, you could be in possession of something truly valuable. Of course, it's not just about the condition. As with many coins, there are variations and errors that can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, there have been cases of the 1995 Washington quarter with double die errors, where the design appears to be duplicated due to a mistake during the minting process. These types of errors are extremely rare, and collectors will pay a premium for a coin that features such a flaw. Double die quarters, in particular, are some of the most sought-after coins in the collecting community, and if you happen to have one, you could be looking at a much higher value than a typical 1995 Washington quarter. Another factor that can influence the value of the 1995 Washington quarter is the rarity of certain mint marks. The United States Mint produces coins at several different locations, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Each mint produces coins with its own unique mint mark, which can be found on the reverse side of the coin. Some years and mint marks are more rare than others, and coins from those mints are often more valuable. In the case of the 1995 Washington quarter, you'll want to pay close attention to the mint mark on the coin. While most of the 1995 quarters were minted in Philadelphia, with no mint mark, or Denver, with a D mint mark, those minted in San Francisco with an S mint mark may be rarer and more valuable, especially if they were part of a limited run or were released as part of a special proof set.so. Now that we've covered some of the factors that contribute to the rarity and value of the 1995 Washington quarter, let's talk about what it could be worth today. As with most coins, the market value of a 1995 Washington quarter depends on several variables, including its condition, mint mark, and whether it has any unique features like minting errors. Circulated 1995 Washington quarters are generally worth no more than their face value of 25 cents, though you may be able to find some of these quarters for a small premium if they are in better than average condition. However, the real excitement comes with the uncirculated or error coins. Depending on their quality and the rarity of their features, 1995 Washington quarters can fetch a significant price. High-quality uncirculated coins in MS 65 or higher grades can be worth anywhere from $30 to $50, while coins with minting errors or rare characteristics can command much higher prices. Some of these special 1995 quarters have been known to fetch prices in the thousands of dollars, especially when they are carefully graded and authenticated by professional numismatists. Now, let's get to the jaw-dropping part. If you are lucky enough to find a 1995 Washington quarter that is not only in perfect condition but also features a rare minting error or other unique feature, it could be worth $95,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $95,000. This is the kind of price that makes coin collectors' hearts race. A coin of this caliber could be a once-in-a-lifetime find, and it would be a valuable addition to any serious coin collection. So, if you're out there hunting for rare coins, keep an eye out for the 1995 Washington quarter. It may look like just another coin at first, but when you really dig into its history and the potential it holds, it becomes clear that this is a coin that could bring you a substantial return. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is definitely one to keep on your radar. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Who knows, your next great find could be worth a fortune. Happy collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.